What is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be playtesting the starter deck ST-01 Heroic Beginnings using Wing Table. I'll be playing it against the Wing Table AI, who will be using the other starter decks ST-02 until ST-04, just to get a feeling for each starter to see what they can do. Just a small disclaimer, the Wing Table AI is not the best, so most of the time it will make less than ideal decisions. The purpose of this video is to just take the starter deck out for a spin, basically a goldfish with an easy opponent. Hopefully we can learn some lines and see some play patterns that can be useful for your start deck release event tournaments this weekend. So let's get started. We are doing random starts, and I think I am starting the game. And looking at my hand, I do have an early play with Zowort here. It might be good enough, so I will not take a mulligan. And the game starts. So first turn, level 1, I have nothing to do. I'll just pass the turn. The AI uses their EX resource immediately and plays out an Ares. It's a 2-cost 2-1 blocker at level 2. I think this is good for us because they've lost their level advantage. Now we can simply just drop Zowort this turn. So I'll play a card, play the Zowort, rest all my resources, and planning for the next turn. If they attack the EX base, I don't think I will block yet. We can probably play thoroughly damaged on their unit. So this was 1 HP, and this can deal 1 damage to it when rested. Hopefully they don't have anything to boost the AP of the Ares so that our EX base can survive for another attack. I think that's what I'll do next turn. So I will entice them to attack, and just handle it with thoroughly damaged. And they don't attack. That is interesting. So now, I would like to not use anything yet. I don't think it's worth playing out a base to draw a card at this point. So let's just keep the status quo since the AI didn't do anything either. And I will end the turn, and I'll pass. Okay, so finally they play another card. Okay. I think that is all right. That's 5 AP. If we block that, yes, I think we can take the 2-4-2 trade here. So what I will do is I will block with Zowort, deal 3 damage to the linked bird mode Wing Gundam, and finish it off with a thoroughly damaged on my main. And I will just say yes. I'll block. If I do this Unforeseen incident, it just gives AP -3, so that's not enough for our Zowort to survive. So I will just pass. Zowort leaves play. Wing Gundam bird mode has 3 damage with 1 HP left. I will not use this for now, and I'll just pass. EX base takes 2, still remains in play with 1 health. I'll just keep passing. Okay, another Unforeseen incident, which is not much use right now. So what I will do is I will play thoroughly damaged as a command on the Wing Gundam. Get rid of that. And at this point, is it worth drawing a card? I feel like I'm wasting a few turns, but the opponent hasn't really done much. And next turn we can drop a Gundam MA form linked with Amuro Ray immediately and gain tempo back that way. So I think we're fine right now. So I will just end the turn and pass. Alright. That being said, the AI mysteriously did use a throw-up Barton on their Ares. Would it be worth it to buy a turn or buy an attack using Unforeseen Incident? I think not. I think it's not worth giving up the card, so I will just pass. We might need the Unforeseen Incident somewhere down the road. So I'll just keep passing. Alright, it's my turn. They did not do anything either. So what I will do here is I will play out the Gundam MA form, link it with Amuro Ray, rest a unit, but there's no targets. So I'll just draw one, given the Gundam MA form's ability. So when paired with a white base team pilot, I draw one. And I will attack immediately because it's a linked unit, targeting their Ares. And let's wait to see if they play any commands. They passed. So when playing commands, the standby player, I think that's the term, the standby player, or the player whose turn it isn't, has the priority of resolving commands. So since they did not, I think it's a good time to play an Unforeseen Incident targeting their Ares to reduce its AP to 0 and preventing 3 damage to our Gundam MA form unit. And I think that's it for my turn. So currently we do have board advantage, and at this point we got that advantage by basically just sacrificing our EX space. And I will end the turn. So one thing to note in this game, okay, so they I see. They paired Gundam Heavy Arms with Zex. Okay. So Heavy Arms is, when it's paired, okay, so it does 1 damage to all enemy units that are level 3 or lower. I see. So if I... Okay, so here's what I can do. If I play out a Zowort... Right, I can play out a Zowort, play out Amuro Ray on Zowort. So this is the power of Amuro Ray. I can rest an enemy unit with 5 or less HP. So it looks like they were sandbagging their big unit, but now I've rested it. And what I can do is attack it with Amuro Ray here. And so they pass their action step. On our action step, play out another Unforeseen Incident. Here, targeting their Gundam Heavy Arms, reducing its AP to 2, allowing our unit to survive once again. So basically, I traded 1 card and 2 HP for 2 of their cards. And usually, that ends up as an advantage to you. You've kept your board while clearing out 2 of their cards. So at this point, I have a choice. Do I want to play white base or do I want to play the other Zowort here? I think I will play the other Zowort. The reason being, I want to get as much value from the white base. So if I play it now, it's possible that they play a linked unit next turn and just get rid of the white base immediately without us being able to create a token. So I'll just probably play it out next turn, make a token, and get at least a 1/1 token out of this. So currently I can just end my turn. Alright, so they did play a Wing Gundam with a Zex. Okay. I thought Hero Yui would be coming down at this point, but apparently not. So yeah, there's nothing to it. I will just swing in with my Gundam MA form, get rid of their EX base, make some progress on their shields next turn, hopefully. So Zoworts are good. They are level 2 to cost 3 2s. However, with blocker, right? With blocker is a strong ability. However, the drawback is that this unit can't choose the enemy player as its attack target. So I cannot attack the shields. So basically, this is just for defense and getting rid of opponent's units. Alright, so now I didn't draw any unit, so I will just play out my white base, add shield to hand. So consider this as an extra draw. You are paying 1 shield to draw a card. And here we did get a Demi trainer. 1 cost, 1/1 blocker, which is probably fine. It can sacrifice itself to take the Wing Gundam's attack, although our white base will just get crushed by Wing Gundam's Breach 5. So I'll just get as much value. So I will activate the white base's ability, get a token, play out a Demi trainer, and just pass the turn. End turn. So currently we are way ahead on board. So it does attack the... interesting, Okay. I think I can... I'm down with that, sure. Sure. No. We will not block, so let's just say... You know what? Yeah, I'll block with the Demi trainer. I'll block with the Demi trainer. There might be something that happens next where we can use a 5/3 attacker. Okay, that's fine. And with a Maganak too. Okay. Alright. So they do have a lot of units on board now. Okay, great. Now we have Gundam Aerial. Let's see what we can do with that later. But for now, I think we can just use this Zowort to attack their Wing Gundam because it's down to 5 HP. So in Wing Table, you can see their base AP and HP here and damage here. So they have 6 HP with 1 damage, meaning they only have 5 HP left. So what I'll do is I'll use my Zowort to get rid of this, noting that the opponent doesn't have any resources left to use. We can play... What can we do? We can play Aerial, link it with Suletta. When we attack, we still have a lot of resources left, right? So in that case, let me just play out the white base. Add a shield. Great. So now the question is, do we want to play out the Gundam MA form? If we do, we still have the advantage of leaving Suletta plus Aerial at a later turn, which can be good. So I think I will just do that. Pay the summoning sickness fine. By that I mean units cannot attack the turn they are played. So next turn, it will be ready to attack. So I will just swing in with my linked Gundam here, get rid of their base, use my Guntank token to deal with the shield. Hopefully it doesn't burst. Alright, great. Activate the Guntank, activate the white base ability, and pass the turn. I see. So, I missed that. So, we did attack their shields and it burst, right? It was a siege ploy. And since it burst, it was able to activate its main. That's why the Zowort, our Zowort here, is now rested, right? So when it burst, the AI chose one enemy unit with 5 or less HP and rested it. So that is the effect of burst. It can actually throw off your tempo plans, right? So I will just activate this, let it go, add the shield to hand, which is fine. Now they have a... Okay. Alright. Now they have a lot of units on board. Let's figure out a way to get rid of those. I think what I can do is... What I will do is... I think what I will do is... Let me first pair Suletta with the Gundam MA form, right? Giving it a boost in HP, allowing it to deal with their Gundam Sandrock here and paying for itself. So Suletta Mercury does have the ability of setting one resource as active when it attacks. So next, I will try to trade 2 of my Guntanks for their Maganak. 1. And 2 here. Okay. And then finally, I will play out the aerial, link it with Suletta. Now it has 6 HP. I will attack the Tolgis, setting a resource as active. So that is great. So now, this unit is still alive. I do have a Zowort at the ready to either block, or what I can do is play out a Guntank, rest one of their tokens, attack it with this, and keep the Zowort up to block their other token, leaving us still with the board advantage at the end of the turn. So I think I will just let that happen. There's no point in sacrificing our Zowort for that. I think this unit has done its damage and gotten us a lot of value already. Oh no, cancel. Alright. So those 2 trade. And then now 5, yeah, I will use the Zowort to block that. Perfect. Okay, so now they have a Leo and a Wing Gundam, and let's see their they did not play their last card in hand. Okay, perfect. Another Guntank. Oh, straight. Does it matter which one we tap down? Okay, we can probably play this out. Rest one enemy. Let's see. Oz. Right. They've lost two. They've lost two Zex cards already, and only one hero. So at this point, let us just rest the Wing Gundam. Probably it's fine either way. Declare attacks. Use the Guntank to clear out the Wing Gundam, and it still survives. Attack with our 5 AP unit to get rid of their Corsica base. Set a resource as active. It's fine. And attack with the aerial with Suletta. Set another resource as active. Alright. Oh, it burst. And yeah, they got the hero Yui. Okay. So perfect, right? If it had linked with the Wing Gundam, it would have been a 4-4, I think, right? Yeah, or 5-4. So that was the good play, I think. All right, so it did matter after all. So at this point, I will end the turn, and let's see what they do. Okay, they swing there. Yeah, let us trade. Let's trade with this. I kind of want to keep my 5 AP unit in play just in case a base bursts. See? They do have a base. So this unit can get rid of the base in one swing. Oh. Alright, they chose to attack that. Alright. If they have nothing, I think I win. Yeah, okay. Then we just win, I guess. Unless this one bursts. So hopefully not. So I will swing here. I will use my Guntank to swing at their last shield. Hopefully it doesn't burst. It doesn't. Alright, so we get the win. We get the first win against Wings of Advance. Time for round 2. We're playing against Zeon Rush using the Heroic Beginnings deck. Taking a look at our hand, I think it's a bit slow, although we do have Guncannon plus Sky and a Thoroughly Damaged. We are going second. So I think it's worth it to not take a mulligan. We can deploy Guncannon early. And let's see what happens. Alright, they play out a Zaku. Alright, perfect. We do have a Demi trainer. We play out a card and end the turn. Alright. These are basically the same card, just in different colors. No, I don't block that. Okay, so what we will do is, I think it's time to play out a Guncannon. Do I want to lose the EX resource? Is the question, right? I think we're still fine. I do want to be able to bring out Gundam MA form early, so I will just end the turn. I could have linked it with Kai and gotten rid of one of their units. Okay, so nope, I will not block that. They support. Huh. I see. So yeah, so it does look like... No, I will not block it either. Let them have it. I'll just get rid of the support unit later. So what I will do is now I will play out Kai as a pilot on my gun cannon and attack their largest unit here. Get a favorable trade. Use my Demi trainer to attack their support unit. So this has support. So support allows the unit to rest and basically boost the AP of another friendly unit, right? And at this point, I will just play out a gun cannon, which has pair with Kai, but we don't have another Kai, and just pass the turn. So next turn we do have Amuro plus Gundam MA form. So they play out another pilot. Right, they got rid of our Guntank. Got rid of another of our shields. And are they just passing the turn? Okay, works for me. Okay, so what I will do now is play out the MA form, play out Amuro Ray, rest their unit, and draw a card. Drew another Amuro Ray, which might come in handy later. Attack their rested unit. And our Gundam still survives, and use the gun cannon to just chip away at their EX base and pass the turn. Okay, so they deal 2 damage to our unit, getting rid of it. So they traded 3 cards and a turn? Okay. Alright, Zowort doesn't help us much yet, so we'll just play it out. Attack. Now the question is... Suletta probably... I should probably play out Suletta here. The reason being, it will give our Zowort, our blocker, a larger HP. So now it's a 4-4 and it's a bit harder to deal with now. And I will just pass the turn. Okay, so they play out a base. Okay, great. Oh. Okay. So what we can... Oof, juicy. Okay. What we can do now is play out a Gundam. Play out the Amuro. Rest their unit. With Gundam, because Gundam does have a repair ability. And swing with our Guntank here. Not a bad turn. And let's pass. See, now Gundam repairs itself at the end of turn. Now it only has 1 damage. Oh, and they skipped a turn, probably full of pilots. So let's do this. Let's put on the pressure here. Attack there. Another attack. Hopefully it doesn't burst. Play out a gym. It doesn't link with anything, so I will just pass the turn. So now Gundam is back to its full health. Okay. Alright. Okay. I wonder why they played out the pilot. I guess that's the AI for you, huh? So I will just swing in and get rid of this token. Attack here. Attack there. and it burst, dealing 2 damage. So this one deals 2 damage. Level 2 to cost, deal 2 damage. They chose my deals 2 damage to any enemy unit. Okay. They chose my Guncannon for it. So I'll just play out the Granddaddy and I'll pass the turn. I won't play out Amuro yet. I might want it in case of an emergency later. Like right now, I will play this here. Rest their small unit. Swing at their bases. Yep. This is why I didn't go for lethal, because I thought it might burst. So the safer play was to get rid of their unit on board. And then finally play out the aerial and pass the turn. Granddaddy's heal. They play a bunch of nonsense. See, they play out, the AI just plays out commands because they have mana to do it. Or resources, pardon me. And I will just swing for lethal. Alright, here we are for the final round. I'm using the Heroic Beginnings deck to go against the Seed Strike deck. I do have a Gym and a Guncannon in hand, and I am going second, so I will not take a mulligan, no. Alright, they didn't play anything, let's play out the Gym. And pass the turn. Okay, they played out a Strike Dagger, which is fine. They'll eat up our base, our EX base, but that's what it's there for. Let's just play out a Guncannon. Swing with a Gym. And pass the turn. Yep, they got rid of our EX base. Oh, Mula Flaga, huh? Do they have no other place? What is this? Yeah, these combat tricks are really not used well by the AI. So just remember that Seed Strike does have a couple of combat tricks. So one, the Magic Bullet of Dusk. It gives a level 2 or lower unit first strike, which means it will deal damage before the opposing unit. And Hawk of Endymion, which bounces a unit with 3 HP or less. So just note that Seed Strike is full of tricks. So now it's our turn. I will probably just play out... Huh. Yeah, no need to play out Suletta. I'll play out Granddaddy here. Get a trade in my favor and pass the turn. They play out a Strike Gundam, discarding Kira Yamato. Play out a Striker Pack. What does this do? Okay, burst. If you have no Earth... Okay, it didn't burst, but if it bursts, if you have no Earth Alliance unit tokens in play, deploy one Ailstrike Gundam AP HP 3 blocker unit token. That's nice. If you have no Earth Alliance. So if you have no units in play, basically. Main, if you have no Earth Alliance unit tokens in play, deploy one Sword Strike Gundam, Earth Alliance AP4 HP 2 blocker. Or one Launcher Strike Gundam, Earth Alliance AP2 HA4 blocker unit token. Unit tokens. Okay, unit tokens. So it's fine to have units. All right. Nice to know. Nice to know. In that case, I will just play out Suletta. Play out Suletta here. 3 and 3 and 6. Play out the other Suletta here. Give my tokens a boost. Give my units a boost. And swing. Let's see if they block. They do. Okay, great. So I swing with my granddaddy here. Set resources active. Swing again. Set resources active. Play out a base. Add shield to hand. And play this one out actually. It will be a 3-4 next turn. Or a 5-4 next turn. If both of my sorry, a 3-4. It will be a 3-4 next turn. And end the turn. Right, they go for the base, which is fine. They play out their own base. An Archangel. Okay, Aegis Gundam. Okay, wow. Okay. It has burst. So it's a small wing Gundam, actually. Okay, they got rid of my gun cannon, got rid of my base with the breach damage. Alright. Now what do we want to do? So both of my units have 6 HP. Theirs have 3 and 4 AP. I guess let's use the granddaddy to attack the cancel. This is what I'll do. I'll play out the other granddaddy. Play out Suletta. Boost my units. Attack with granddaddy. Get rid of their 4-6 while still surviving with 2 HP left. Ready one of my resources. Do the same with Ailstrike. Get rid of their 3-3. Ready my resource. Play out the gym. Play out the white base. Add a shield to hand. Another white base. And then end the turn, and Granddaddy Gundam will heal for 2. Great. Miguel's Jin. Another Miguel's Jin. Alright, they're playing out their whole hand, I guess. Should be fine. Alright. I guess what we can do now is let's just play. No. Let's activate the white base. Get value out of it. Attack their Archangel. Set resources active. They block. That's fine. Attack their white base again. Attack their Archangel again. Set resources active. Which is fine. Play out. Yeah, let's play out Suletta. Here. Attack their shield. Set resources active. And it bursts. They got a blocker. And which is fine. I will just end the turn then. And heal all my Granddaddy Gundams back to full health. Let's see what they do. They go for the base. I think we will have favorable trades later. Going for shields. Yes. Let's burst and reduce this unit's AP to 0. And they used a card. To what? Okay. It's fine. Alright, I think we got it then. So what we can do is I will swing here. Swing this one here. Please don't burst. Atrunzala. Okay, they don't do anything. Swing with this one, even if it bursts, it's gonna be fine. It doesn't, and go in for lethal. And that's it. And that's it for the playtest session of ST-01 Heroic Beginnings. I do find that it's a good tempo deck. You do have a lot of early drops with Gyms and Zoworts and Guncannons and Guntanks. It's able to get favorable trades because most of its units have large HP. It even has Suletta that gives +2 to HP. So if you're playing with this deck, actively look for opportunities to get favorable trades on board. Make sure you're getting rid of their card while keeping your cards in play. White base is very strong. If you strike, always remember that if you can, activate it while there are less units on board so you get a larger token. Unforeseen incident is very good in a pinch. Also consider the timing of linking and pairing your pilots. There might be times when it's good to link, and there might be times when you should hold back. Also remember that some pilots have a command option. Thoroughly Damaged is a good way to finish opposing units with 1 HP, while the command with Kai's, I forget the name, Kai's Resolve allows you to heal your units. Also look for opportunities where Granddaddy Gundam can remove a smaller unit but keep itself in play so that it will just heal up at the end of turn. And overall, I think this deck is very strong. There will be a lot of decision points when playing this deck, so make sure to keep looking out for card and tempo advantage opportunities. With that being said, I will end the playtest here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where I will playtest ST-02. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.